everyone, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I thought I'll share my go-to makeup look, but today I wanted to concentrate more on the base makeup because there are definitely a few tips and tricks that I have learned and it has been working like so good. Obviously, I wanted to share it with you guys, and if you have baby face like me, these tips are gonna change your life. I swear, I'm obsessed. And as I said, this is my go-to makeup look. This is what I usually do when I'm sitting down to film a video, or if I have an event or anywhere I want to go something fancy, because these tips are so freaking good. And of course, if you are someone who likes to wear makeup on a daily basis, you can do this. It's very simple, very light. It doesn't feel like too much makeup because there is no too much makeup. It just looks beautiful and perfect. I can't wait to share it with you guys. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, let's get started. I've already done my skincare. Very important step, please do not skip it. Next, I'm gonna apply Lakme Lumi Cream Moisturizer with highlighter. I really like this product. It just gives a nice glow overall. It's a great product if you like a dewy finish on your makeup. Do you see that beautiful glow? Setting the right base product is so important if you want your makeup to last longer and also to look good throughout the day. Next, for foundation, I'm gonna use Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 118. I love the coverage on it. It's light to medium. You can definitely build it up if you want. I genuinely enjoy a sheer layer of coverage on my face. I do not like heavy feeling foundations, and this is just perfect. I also love K-Beauty foundation. That is also very beautiful. Dewy foundation with light coverage. Just perfect. As I mentioned earlier, मुझे light coverage पसंद है, so I'm just gonna go ahead with a single layer of this foundation all over and blend it in. Do you see how beautifully that foundation is blending on my face? Do not forget your neck. Next, for concealer, I'm gonna use Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 20 Sand Concealer. With makeup, I always feel less is more. If you want it to look more natural and beautiful, you need to put less product. Just the right amount of product actually. With concealer, I love to create a small triangle near the inner eye area and a straight line near the end. I feel like it accentuates and kind of lifts that area up. Next, I'm going to use a small blending brush to blend out the concealer. Finding the right brush is also very important and something that I've started doing recently that has changed the game for me. As you can see me blending the concealer, you see the brush is fitting exactly where I want the concealer to be placed. It's not super big, it doesn't cover the other areas that I do not want to conceal. It just fits perfectly near the under eye area. And with small circular motions, just blend it all away. Do you see how well it brightened up my under eye area? I also like to blend it a little above because I do have darkness over there as well. I have used very little product, but the right placement of the product and right brush makes a huge difference. Another trick, if you feel your concealer is getting stuck in those lines, fine lines under your eyes, just pick up another brush, lift your lower lid and just blend away. After this step, you can definitely add some powder to seal the concealer in place. I just forgot to do that in this video. Let's move on to contour, and for that, I'll be using the Essentials palette by Pigment Play. Absolutely love it. It's a nice creamy moussey texture. And for brush, I'll be using a small flat angled brush that will fit in those areas perfectly. Also, it's very important to follow your bone structure. So feel your bones, see where it ends, and that's exactly where you need to contour. And if you suck your cheeks a little in, you can clearly see the outline of where you need to contour. Like, that's crazy. So I'm just gonna follow that shape. This technique is so great if you have a baby face like me that just gives a little bit of definition to your face. It does not feel round anymore, and that's what you want, right? Again, a small brush helps to place the product exactly where you want it, and also it does not blend it everywhere. It keeps it concentrated exactly where the product needs to be. I'm also gonna contour my jawline a little. Okay, for nose contour, I'm gonna use the same brush, but I'm gonna pinch it so it fits in those area perfectly. These tricks I've learned from an Instagrammer called Kali Ledger. You might have seen her reels. She's super famous, but these tricks really do work, so I genuinely appreciate her work. I do like to apply a little bit of contour near the eye area as well. It just again accentuates the bone structure and elongates it. after these steps, your face is gonna look snatched. Let's move on to the next step, which is blush. And for that, I'm gonna use Lip and Cheek Tint by Dr. Earth in the shade Original Pink. Love the shade, gives a very natural pink tone. Again, the placement of this needs to be very high, almost where you put highlighter or right below your lower lid, I would say. And yes, it makes a huge difference. I'm not using too much of blush because I am gonna go over with a powder blush as well. Powder blush, I'll be using the Savannah Ultra Blush Palette in the shade 404 it is. And just trace over the same exact spot with just a powder blush. Let's move on to the eyebrows now. First, I'm going to use Maybelline Tattoo Brow to fill in my brows. I love that it has a spoolie and product in one. Makes it super travel friendly. The shade is brown and I feel the product is super forgiving, so you can go a little heavy without making it look very dark. I always like to follow my natural brow shape and fill them in accordingly. See the direction of your hair growth and fill it in. Okay, on the arch, I like to brush it down and then fill it in. I feel like that makes a huge difference. So even if your brow hair moves and sometimes होता है कि हाथ लग जाता है तो नीचे चला जाता है brow hair and it usually leaves a white bald spot. Because you filled it in, it won't look like anything happened. You know what I mean? It's very important to brush out the eyebrows after you're done filling it in. It just gives a very natural look. Next, I'm gonna use Makeup Revolution So Brow product. Now, this product is absolutely amazing. It will literally give you a laminated brow effect. I am not kidding. To use this product, it's very important to wet it first. So I'm gonna do that. Just use plain water, or if you have any toner, you can use that as well. Grab the product on your spoolie and just brush your eyebrows with it. It will feel a little wet at first, but once it dries, your brow hair is not going anywhere. Also, there is no white residue or anything. Don't worry about that. And with that step, my base makeup is done. And I have been obsessed with this technique. It does not look super cakey. It looks very natural. And this is genuinely my go-to makeup look if I'm gonna shoot or if I want to go anywhere, to be honest. Just add any eye makeup and lipstick with it and you're good to go. I absolutely love how natural and dewy and beautiful this base makeup looks. This is exactly what I wanted to share it with you guys. Also, oops, I forgot to add in some highlighter, so I'm gonna do that quickly. I'm using the same Savannah Ultra Blush palette. I love the highlighter and the bronzer tone in that as well. I use that very often. Placing it very high on my cheekbones, a little bit on the nose, a little bit on the upper lip area, as well as the forehead. Place it wherever the light hits, basically. Now we're actually done. Do not forget to set the whole thing with a setting spray. Very important. It just melts the cream and powder product together, gives you a very seamless look. Now look at the base makeup. Super glowy, very highlighted, chiseled. It's so beautiful. I love it. Let's finish this makeup look with some eye makeup and lipstick. For eyes, I'm gonna start with a brown kajal. I think this is by the brand Maybelline. Again, something that I've been obsessing over lately. It's very subtle, adds the right amount of color in your eyes. When it comes to black kajal, I feel like it's very evident and it can be a little overpowering, but with brown, it's just subtle and muted. I'm gonna line my waterline with it and also the upper lid a little. With the upper lid, you do not have to be super neat because I'm gonna smudge it any which ways. Just use one finger and smudge it a little. Gives a very nice smoky eye look. On days when you genuinely do not want to wear makeup but you want something on your eyes, this is my go-to look. Just a brown kajal in the waterline as well as the upper lid and smudge it a little. You're good to go. Instantly, it makes you look like you put an effort, but you really didn't. Next, I'm gonna use Maybelline Line Tattoo Eyeliner. And with this, I'm gonna kind of create a siren eye look. Again, something I'm super into lately. I'm gonna create a winged eyeliner only on the outer half and then create a V near the inner corner. That's it. I'm not gonna fill in the gaps because I have already placed a brown kajal in between, right? Okay, for lips, I'm gonna be using Makeup Revolution IRL Whipped Lip Cream. Beautiful, beautiful nude mauve shade. This shade definitely lifts my skin color. Oops, I forgot a very important step. I forgot to line my lips, so let's do it right now. I'm gonna use the same kajal, the brown kajal that we used, and I'm gonna line my lips as well with it. And the combination of these two, the brown kajal as well as the lipstick, is my go-to combination recently. But I'm gonna add a gloss as well. I'm gonna top it up with Makeup Revolution Shimmer Bomb Lip Gloss in the shade Blaze. It's a beautiful cherry color and it stays on for a really long time. And with that, the makeup look is complete. And that's it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Let me know in the comments down below what video do you want me to film next. Of course, let me know in the comments down below आपको कैसा लगा मेरा ये base makeup video. If you enjoyed the tips, then definitely let me know in the comments down below. With that said, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
I had a dream, we were sipping whiskey neat. I used to float the Bowery when I was high enough.
Spider-Man's control and Batman with his fist. And clearly I don't see myself upon that list.